There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes something quietly, almost painfully, that attraction isn't about what he gives, but about what he is. You've probably felt it. That silence after a woman smiles politely and looks away. That sharp sting when she laughs at another man's words, but not yours. The invisible truth behind it all: I'm not being seen. Not really. I know that place. I've lived there, those long nights replaying every word in your head, thinking, if only I'd said something different. If only I'd been cooler, smoother, funnier. Every mistake cuts deep until, one day, you finally see what's been hidden all along. Women don't lose interest because we're not enough. They lose interest because of how we show up. It took me years to understand that. I used to put women on pedestals, giving them crowns they never earned. I thought it was respect, but it was surrender. Every time I placed a woman above me, I silently told her I was beneath her. And once she felt that, the energy was gone. Then one day, I changed one small thing. I stopped asking if I could impress her and started wondering if she could impress me. That single thought changed my posture, my eyes, my voice. I stopped performing. I simply existed. For the first time, she looked at me differently, not because I'd done something special, but because I finally carried myself like a man who didn't give the crown away for free. That's when I learned the power of quiet confidence. Not arrogance, not coldness, but calm presence. The kind that says, I know who I am. When you speak from that place, you stop drowning in explanations. You don't need to prove, justify, or fill every silence with words. You let your pauses breathe. Because the man who trusts his own worth doesn't rush to defend it. There were times when I used to chase every signal, a smile, a text, a glance, as if each one was an invitation I couldn't afford to miss. I thought I was showing interest. In truth, I was showing dependence. I had become predictable. And nothing kills attraction faster than predictability. Once I learned to pause, to match energy instead of chasing it, everything shifted. I realized I wasn't built to beg for crumbs. I was meant to be the table. Then came another lesson, the difference between blocking and flowing. Whenever a woman teased me, I used to freeze, defend myself, or overthink my response. But attraction is a dance, not a debate. When you flow, you turn tension into playfulness. You stop treating her words like attacks and start treating them like opportunities. Every tease becomes a spark, every glance a rhythm. The man who can flow, calmly, naturally, is the man who stays in control without ever forcing it. I also learned that approval is the most expensive currency a man has. When you seek it, you lose it. When you give it wisely, you become magnetic. The truth is, women don't fall for men who chase validation. They fall for the men they want to impress. The moment you start agreeing with everything she says, laughing too hard, bending too easily, you stop being real. You become a mirror. And no woman falls in love with her own reflection. I wore masks too. The funny guy mask, the cool guy mask, the intellectual mask. I thought I had to perform to be liked. But the more I performed, the less they felt me. A mask can attract attention, but it can't hold connection. What holds a woman isn't your charm, it's your stillness. It's your ability to be seen as you are, without panic or pretension. When you strip off every mask, you finally stand as yourself. That's the man she remembers. But perhaps the hardest truth I had to face was about walking away. Every man meets this test, the moment when she crosses a line. Maybe she disrespects you, cancels plans, or plays games. Most men cling tighter. They think loyalty will fix disrespect. But every time you stay after the line is crossed, you teach her to lower her respect. And without respect, desire dies. I learned to walk away, not in anger, not to punish, but to protect my dignity. Because you can't hold her and your self-respect at the same time. One of them will slip. And if you must lose one, never let it be yourself. The final realization came like a whisper: never give certainty too early. I used to think that confessing my feelings quickly made me honest, romantic, sincere. But the truth is, certainty kills mystery. Women don't fall for men who hand them the ending. They fall for the story, the tension, the discovery. You don't have to hide your feelings, just don't give them all away. Give her glimpses, not guarantees. Flirt with uncertainty. Let her wonder, does he like me as much as I like him? That question is the heartbeat of attraction. So if you take anything from my story, let it be this: attraction doesn't begin when she chooses you. It begins when you choose yourself. Stop proving. Stop performing. Stop chasing. Stand still. Speak less. Feel more. The man who knows his value doesn't need to ask for attention. He becomes the gravity that draws it.